What were the warning signs before your ex cheated? The mention of a new friend is usually the first warning sign. After then, they start talking more and more about the new friend. Soon, you find your SO and you are having fights more frequently and more intense. At this point, your SO will go to the friend for consolation, and console them they do. Yep. Right after the new friend was announced, the cell phone started getting placed face down at all times. She would get a text and check it like she was at the World Tournament Poker. Obsessing over the fact I had male friends and accusing me of cheating / being worried I would cheat. Daily. My ex did this exact thing. I later found out he cheated with 6 other girls. I don't know what they saw in him. All I know is that, 2 years into a stable relationship with an amazing guy, looking back on that still makes me furious. Here, I'll go. An ex of mine started to get really distant very suddenly, almost overnight. She started hanging out with friends she had met recently and hanging out in places that normal people wouldn't go. She started hiding her phone a lot. She started not returning my phone calls until late at night. Her clothing got really trashy pretty much overnight. Got really defensive, short fuse. So she finally breaks it off, and I find out that she's been doing all kinds of shit with this dude she met at some club. Got knocked up by him 2 months later. Got dumped by him 6 months later. She hasn't done anything with her life except drugs and alcohol and gained 50 pounds. Justice served. Bullet dodged. You walk into your bedroom and the scent of sweat and pheromones tingles your nostrils. Your girlfriend is on the bed in some ridiculous pose that looks like it was rushed and not thought out properly. You notice the bathroom window open and a cool breeze entering the warm, humid room. On the floor is a pair of men's underwear and socks. You ask your girlfriend, "What were you doing? Why are you naked?" She says, "I was just getting myself off because I thought you were going to be late from work." You turn to her and ask, "Then why is the bathroom window open?" She retorts with, "Because I started with a warm shower and it got really warm and hot in here." "Then why are there men's boxers and socks on the floor?" She yells back, "They're yours, honey." You feel stupid. Of course those Pikachu boxers are yours when your mom gave them to you for your 21st birthday, dummy. Still not convinced, you grab her phone and notice a series of texts to Sweetheart and read through them and get angry. Why are you texting someone named Sweetheart with all of these dirty convos? She says, "That is you, honey." You slowly remember texting her what you are reading about you are going to play in the mud and not shower for a week and grow dreads. Silly you. She ends up breaking up and cheating on you later because she realized you are a stupid fuck. My ex did quite a few fucked up things. She stopped almost all communication for a week and I had no clue how she was. She added a guy on Facebook and he liked all of her main profile pictures, which I thought was odd. I asked her who he was and she said she didn't know him. I asked her again and he was someone she had a class with. I asked her once more and they were frequently chatting on good old Facebook. She would also cut our alone time short to go hang out with her best friend. After we break up she blocks me on Facebook so she couldn't see my suspicions were confirmed. She was cheating on me with a guy going to play Texas Tech baseball. Didn't even make the roster, hope it was worth it. All of this was right after my best friend committed suicide when I needed her most. I found a used condom under her bed. It was fresh and we hadn't had sex in a month, also warning sign. He says, "Hey babe, let me play you this song I just wrote." And the lyrics detail the whole event. Followed by, and try not to read too much into the lyrics. That, and changed passwords, constant texting, defensiveness upon the simplest questions, and the general standoffishness of all your mutual friends who knew and kept it from you. He was awkward and quiet all day. Then I went to give him a hug, and he shoved me away and yelled, "Stop. Can't you just give me some space?" She asked me what would it take for you to break up with me? I thought she was testing my love when she was literally asking what she had to do to make me break up with her. Moving her computer out of the computer room and into the bedroom, where she would lock the door, was probably a pretty big alarm bell. But the real warning was when she said that she wanted to sleep with him to find out if her feelings were true. Good on her for coming forward with that beforehand, but Jesus. I sure can pick them. For me it was obvious, she'd been at it for a month and I knew. I just didn't give a shit anymore. My competitive side had already kicked in. One day we'd made a bet on who'd break up with the other first. If it came to it, I told her it'd be her. The other reason was that I was falling for another girl, who was and still is perfect. I played the game. I made a new friend at work. He's a really cool guy, you'll like him. Warning sirens going off there, but let's see where it goes. She talks about this guy a lot. He's almost exactly like you. How weird is that? Interesting. One night, I go out on a bender with my friends. I invite her out with us. No, I'm having a night out with the girls. Really? How fascinating. Your girlfriends are with me. No, my other friends. Let's see where this leads. Next morning she phones me. I'm breaking up with you. She starts crying and blah blah blah. I'm gonna head back to my friend's house now. I can't be alone. Say hello to him for me. Crying immediately stops. What was that? Nothing. Got to be careful though, sometimes they're not actually cheating on you. After exclusively dating for 7 months, me, I love you. Him, thanks, I know. Me, I'm afraid to tell you I love you again because I think you'll reject me. Him, pretends to be asleep, includes snoring. Me, get up to leave because I'm about to cry. Him, wait. Me, turns around hoping for a movie-worthy apology. Him, could you help me with my laundry? I was an asshole then, so I continued seeing him for a few weeks and gave him his birthday present. After giving it to him his phone rang, so I picked it up and a text from his ex read, "Have fun with it, let me know when she leaves so I can give you a real present." Then I decided fuck that. Every time she was going to go out with her friends she would start a fight with me. Usually over nothing. But I would do something to piss her off and then she would give me the silent treatment all night. God, I was a stupid teenager. She cheated on her previous boyfriend with me. I thought I would be different. Spending too much time with a male friend, gushing over him. Dwindling sex. Locked phone. Etc. etc. But they're just friends, they claim. Guys, if your gut is screaming at you that she's cheating, more often not she is. Listen to the signs. Don't let your heart deceive you. When she jokingly calls you a liar and then you do the same, and she gets defensive about it. First warning sign. Working all the time. But didn't have enough money for her part of the rent. Called and visited her brother multiple times every day. Started accusing me of cheating. No sex. New underwear, that was the only sign. We had been together for 6 years and she never really cared or bothered about what she was wearing underneath her clothes. Then suddenly she had like 10 new sexy pairs of underwear in a couple weeks. I was too thrilled to see it as a warning. She wanted to make sure her underwear looked hot and matched for the new guys. For those interested, I only ever found out because she started keeping a diary of her flings, because she wanted to get caught to end the relationship. If she didn't want to get caught, had no guilt whatsoever, I'd never have known. Large amounts of time that are unaccounted for mixed in with inconsistencies as to where they were at that time. Girls flirting with him unabashedly, come visit and cuddle, and him not doing anything to stop them, despite how I told him that it made me feel uncomfortable. Him being extremely impatient with me during my visit to his family's cabin in the Adirondacks. And generally negligent, like hiking way ahead of me when I was having trouble keeping up, ignoring when I'd ask him to slow down, etc. There was also a woman there who couldn't look me in the eyes. She was the first he saw behind my back, and the only one who knew about me. I asked him at the end of the visit if we were okay, and he acted surprised and told me we were. We lasted another 2 years, with him betraying me the whole time with multiple relationships. My ex and I met on an online dating website and he kept his account open for almost 6 months after we were official. He didn't take it down until I actually had to ask him to take it down. He continued talking with other women from this dating website, and others, that he swore were just friends. I found out later from him when we were having problems that he went on a date the day after he told me he loved me. There was also this skank that he met on the dating website who just wanted advice on the school he was attending, So he was talking to her about school stuff via email and text and stuff. Whatever. Well, there was one night he told me he was going out with his friends, and I found out later that he was with this girl in his apartment until almost 4 in the morning, just talking while she sobered up. Yeah, okay. I was stupid enough to stay with him for almost 2 years. Pants off and with another naked woman? That'd do it.